Alright, what's going on, everyone? It's your boy Timmy here, coming at you with another Project Diablo 2 video. This one today is going to be dedicated to Matt's mother. Did a little shout out to her last video, and she really appreciated that, so this is one for you. Basically, this video is going to be about the average to a bit above average geared Cold Arrow Amazon for Season 12 in PD2. I'm going to run through the talent tree, the items, gear that I have on myself, as well as my Mercenary, and then we're just going to run through a map and see a bit of how it plays. So starting off for his talents, Javelin and Spear skills, obviously we're doing nothing because we are playing Cold Arrow. Passive and Magic, we're going to put 1 point into crit, 1 into inner sight, 1 into slow movement, and 1 into dodge. We are going to max pierce because we want our arrows to shoot and pierce through as much as we can, and evade is what we put the rest of the points in once we max out the bow and crossbow skills. So maxing Magic Arrow, Cold Arrow, and Ice Arrow. Cold Arrow is our main skill, but Magic Arrow and Ice Arrow are the two which Cold Arrow receives bonuses from, so you get 17% cold damage per level from Magic Arrow and Ice Arrow. And then once you are finished maxing all of these, we're going to throw everything else into Evade because it gives the faster movement speed, and you kind of want to be running and shooting with this build. For the gear, we're going to go, the main purpose of this is to do as much cold damage as possible and have the enemies have as little cold resistance as possible. So, starting off with the helmet, we have Night Wings. This could have corrupted 3, but we've only got 2 sockets on it, so ideally you want 3 sockets with 3 perfect cold facets in this. For our weapon, we're going to have the Puss Spitter with cold facets as well. For our gloves, just any 320 gloves. If you can get a good corruption on it, that is perfect, but I just got a bit of poison resist here. For our armor, the Mavinas I'm finding is playing really well, just because you can get the 3 sockets in it, and it has the 2+ to Amazon skill levels. Obviously these have facets in it as well. The Frozen Sorrow, these are the new bolts for Season 12. They come with minus enemy cold resistance as well as cold skills, plus they have cold arrows, firing another 3 or 4 arrows depending on what you roll. Our amulet, any bow plus skill, neck. This is just a random one I found with a little bit of magic find on it. For rings, we have a Raven Frost just for cannot be frozen. And then just a random ring here giving me a bit of mana after kill, and some strength to help me wear my gear. For the belt slot, you want the Snow Clash, so it gives you the +1 to 2 cold skills, preferably +2. It also adds cold damage, which is the main type of damage you are doing. And for our boots, Merman's, it adds cold damage, and obviously fastest run walk you can get on a pair of unique boots in the game at 60%. And then for your grand charms, I just have a Geeds. The rest are just bow and crossbow. Preferably you want to get ones with FHR, faster run walk, or life, but as I said here, we're not too rich, so we're just going to get these. And small charms are just kind of FHR, magic find, resistances, filling out whatever resistances I have left. I got a pretty low resistance torch here, but it gives the +2 skills, and a low resist Annie, but +1 dull skills. For my Mercenary, I'm running with Faith, because you want the Fanaticism for the increased attack speed, and then just whatever items you can fill out to keep your Mercenary alive. So this is just random quiver, Marowaks for strength. This belt has a bunch of strength on it just so I can wear the Templars, and increased attack speed gloves for your Merc. I used to run Strafe, that's why I'm still using Templars here, but This obviously isn't needed anymore because I'm not running physical build anymore, but I just haven't replaced this yet. Taking a look at the character damage screen. Cold Arrow, we're doing 15 to 16k. Not bad, it's not top end. I've seen a couple other people's doing 20 to 21k. But as I said, there's a lot of gear that can be replaced, or cold facets, extra sockets. My cold facets, since they're quite expensive on here, I only have either 3 3s or 4 4s at max. Preferably 5 5s would be the best, and then everything should have the max amount of sockets in it. That's missing one, that's missing one. Yeah, so the main purpose of this is you just blast cold arrows straight into them, and then you run and continue attacking. We only have 70% chance to pierce, which is you should want 100. But I haven't had any good corrupts right now, so 70 is more than enough for me. But obviously I'll try and upgrade that later. Obviously look for maps that have the least amount of cold resistance, so this is not a bad map. You want monster density and monster rarity as your top 2 thingies in your map. So we're just going to go ahead and run one of these, and I'll show you a bit of what it looks like, and then yeah. So 15 to 17k damage once we get into an actual map area. Don't really need faster attack speed because you're only going to be attacking a couple times and then you're kind of just moving on. So we do have cold immunes here, but they will end up dying once our pus spitter procs the lower resist, which is the main reason we use that for this build. And we're just gonna run through. You don't really need to kill everything, but just focus on the bigger groups here. Don't really need to run back and get the 1 or 2 mobs, but you can if you want. It'll just make your clear speed a little bit shorter. And then really we're only picking up a few things. Obviously I'm looking for grand charms, runes, other maps, and worldstone shards. So it's not bad. I can shoot 2 or 3 times, kill everything in sight. My Merc does do a decent job at killing the cold immunes if my puss spitter is not fully working or casting the lower resistances. So some of these elite packs do end up taking like 3 to 4 shots to actually die. With better cold facets, obviously that is going to go down a lot, and even some of these normal packs, like I'll have to shoot twice to kill them when you really want them to die within 1 hit, just to make it a little bit more quicker. let's go and just identify a couple of these things right now. So it's not the best clear speed, but I mean, I can still do a tier 2 map, even some tier 3s pretty quickly. This will take me about 10 minutes to get through one of these. Just depending how much I decide to pick up and go identify and whatnot. There's a lot of shitty Grand Charms, Druid Skills, Ethereal. But yeah, you kind of just identify and run as you go. So just while we're running through this, the main upgrades to bring my character from a mid-level to a more endgame high level, obviously replace those items that have the smaller amount of sockets. So get max sockets, max stats on items, as well as buy your 5/5 cold facets. They are quite expensive, which is the main reason I don't have them right now. I have the currency to buy the majority of them, but I'm not sure if I want to actually commit all of that just to one character. So the only bad thing about this is I have not very good single target damage, but still dies quite quickly for the final boss of the map, and then just finish clearing out whatever is remaining. Alright, so that about finishes this video. Like I said, this is just the average Amazon, not top end, but I would say mid to top end. Just got to change up a few things. But if you guys enjoy it, please do subscribe, hit the bell, notification button, all that good stuff, like the video. And yeah, holla at your boy for another video.